Right now, Microsoft has some incredible amount of, let's just say, positive influence kind of surrounding them. They've got a lot of good news that's happening. They've got a lot of interesting things that are happening. They honestly have been very upfront and honest about a lot of the things that are going on and that are coming to the Xbox. So it is nice to see them get some of that positive coverage and see people kind of react in such a positive way when it comes to what they're allowed to do and what they're allowed to say. I know that in the past I've been negative. A lot of people have been negative about what they've done, but if this leak ends up being indeed a factual thing, I think people will kind of be a little bit easier on them in the future because it sounds absolutely incredible. And I just also want to say that, listen, even Sony has had trouble with developing titles that have been delayed due to the pandemic and things like that. I just feel like in general, like fans should maybe, just maybe, be a little bit easier on these companies, right? And that's how I look at it too. Like I know people want to judge everything on, let's say, Cyberpunk 2077. Like that game had some issues and stuff like that, and that much is obvious. But when it comes to some of the other games, and they're all going to have some sorts of problem at one particular point or another, and I feel like that's something that is going to be a little bit unavoidable. And I would just love to see people just kind of maybe take it a little bit easier on these companies because I think they are trying incredibly hard to get things done. And when we see some of the negativity, it can really kind of, I guess, we forget that these people have feelings and things like that. They're people just like us. So, let's give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. But this sounds incredible. I want to get into it. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Crap Gamer, and this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home of gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice a few changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. I know how busy you all are, family, friends, school, work, all that kind of stuff, so it definitely means the world to me when you guys stop by. Please leave a like. That's the only thing I ask. I do daily content. The only thing I ask is that you leave a like because it's really, really important and it's very much appreciated. Now, Halo Infinite is a game. I liked it. It really surprised me with what it was able to do, and I feel like it continues to surprise a lot of people with what it's able to do, and that should be something that I think fans are thankful for, right? And they're going to continue to add to it. Is it perfect as a games as a service? No. Is it a good game? Yes. And now the Forge mode has leaked some interesting factoids that sound incredible. Halo Infinite's Forge mode will let players change map biomes, weather, and more as per this new incredible leak. And wow, I tell you what, this is one of the more astounding things that I've heard coming out from Halo in a very long time. And I can't wait to dive into some of the things that they're kind of talking about because this is like, amped up to 10 in terms of like creation and stuff like that. Like I can't wait to see what some of these people are able to kind of accomplish with this amazing bit of technology. And again, it sounds like we're going to be able to see a lot of this stuff coming sooner rather than later. It's no wonder that it's kind of taken a little bit longer than to be expected. So 343 Industries has taken a pretty long view with Halo Infinite, with content supposedly in the works to keep players around for plenty of time to come. Part of that content is going to be Forge, which wasn't included in the game at launch, to the disappointment of many, of course, and isn't due out at least until late summer. When it does arrive, though, it may be well worth the wait if recent leaks are anything to go by. On Twitter, Leaks Infinite took a dive into the game's files and uncovered potential details on Forge mode. Apparently, the mode will allow players to change some interest aspects of multiplayer maps, including the time of day, weather, and more. In the tweets below, which I'm going to clip this link and put it in the description below, you can see a clip of Bazaar at nighttime, as well as an image of live fire with rain. While a YouTube video uploaded by someone shows the former as well as fragmentation covered in snow. Meanwhile, other customization elements seem to be present, as such as fireflies, orbs, monitors, various visual effects, and even a snowman and gingerbread house. Another video uploaded by Unseen Halo also shows a hefty chunk of Forge gameplay, and you can check it out in the video that is going to be below. Though 343 Industries had initially planned on revealing new details on co-op campaign, Forge, and Halo Infinite's seasonal roadmap in January, the studio's head of creative, Joseph Staten, recently said that they weren't quite ready to talk about these things quite yet, and so we had to wait a little bit. Staten recently said that they needed more time to finalize their plans. In related Halo news, recent leaks have claimed that a new, more newcomer-friendly multiplayer mode for Halo Infinite is in development at support studio Certain Affinity, and that it will tie into Forge in some way. Halo Infinite is available right now across Xbox and PC, and they show a lot of Forge gameplay. Fireflies in Forge, Bazaar at nighttime, Gingerbread House and Snowman. It looks crazy with what they're able to do and what they're able to kind of accomplish with this type of situation. And I tell you what, it's extremely powerful to look at all this and kind of and see where they're going with it, right? Like, this game is meant to last a long time, and finally you get that feeling when they do that. So according to this anyway, the newcomer-friendly thing will also tie into Forge. A new report claims the mode, currently codenamed Tatanka, is still several months away and will try to bring in players who generally don't play Halo. Obviously, a recent rumor claimed that support studio Certain Affinity is not only working on a new Xbox-exclusive Monster Hunter-style RPG, but also on a new multiplayer mode for Halo Infinite. Windows Central Jez Gordon, who originally broke the story, recently published a more detailed report about the same, providing further information. According to Gordon, the mode, which is currently codenamed Tatanka, is still several months away from launch, and is going to be more newcomer friendly than Halo Infinite's other multiplayer offerings like Arena and Big Team Battle. Apparently the mode will attempt to draw in players who generally don't play Halo much and tend to stick with the likes of Call of Duty, Warzone, Apex Legends, and Fortnite. Whether that means it'll be a Battle Royale mode or something more PvE focused and something else entirely remains to be seen. Gordon also claims that the new mode is going to tie into the upcoming Forge, which doesn't launch until summer at least, in some way, with user-generated content being a core part of the experience. Cosmetic games from Halo Infinite's multiplayer progression will also be integrated, while the mode will have its own separate progression system on top of that as well. Of course, this is all still unverified, so keep that in mind as we go forward, but yeah, it does sound pretty incredible that we're seeing all these types of announcements and things like that. Listen, they have to do it. We've all seen a lot of these things kind of talked about, how people aren't playing it on Steam or whatever, although it still is in the top 5. It went up again back into the top 5 recently on Xbox itself, and I just feel like people are a little bit unfair with Halo, considering that it's been a console game for 20 years, and PC crowds tend to like different things, and I always kind of point that out, that it's one of the things that kind of surprises a lot of people, is that they don't realize that a lot of PC gamers try something that's new for a little bit, and then they go back to the same old thing that they've been playing. And you can just see that from the Steam charts, man. It's always the same stuff. It's always Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, League of Legends, Dota 2. Literally, it's the same stuff, and it's all old stuff. So they'll try something new for a little bit, and then they go back to the old stuff. So we'll see what happens in the future, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. And like I said, I'm going to link all this stuff. You guys can check it out. Let me know how you feel about it, though. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.